Welcome back to another episode of MRP Easy Manufacturing Podcast. Today we talk about data security in cloud-based versus on-premises ERP. Cyber attacks against businesses are growing. According to Checkpoint Research, the first quarter of 2025 saw a 47% year-over-year increase in cyber attacks globally. That adds up to nearly 1,900 attacks per organization per week. Statista reports that the manufacturing sector is now the single most targeted industry. Attacks against manufacturers have grown from just 10% of all cyber incidents in 2018 to 26% in 2024. In the United Kingdom, 43% of businesses have experienced a cybersecurity breach or attack in the last 12 months, with phishing remaining the most common method. The numbers may sound alarming, but with the right precautions, you can prevent and mitigate much of the risk. One major decision every manufacturer faces is whether to choose a cloud-based enterprise resource planning system or an on-premises system. Let's compare both approaches. Cloud versus on-premises enterprise resource planning. At the simplest level, the difference is where your data lives. A cloud-based system stores data in secure cloud servers, accessible through the internet. An on-premises system is installed on hardware at your facility, managed directly by your team. This deployment choice impacts cost, implementation, updates, scalability, accessibility, and of course, security. Cost. On-premises systems can cost tens or even hundreds of thousands of dollars, not to mention the extra expense of server rooms, hardware, and IT staff. Cloud-based software typically charges a monthly or annual subscription fee, with the vendor hosting everything on their servers. Implementation time. Cloud systems can often be up and running in days or weeks. On-premises setups may take months due to server installation, configuration, and testing. Updates and maintenance. With cloud software, the vendor applies security patches and updates automatically. On-premises systems require your staff to handle maintenance, updates, and troubleshooting. Scalability. Cloud systems scale easily as your company grows. Adding users or storage is quick and usually just a plan upgrade. Expanding on-premises capacity means buying more servers, licenses, and infrastructure. Accessibility. Cloud systems allow remote work and multi-location access from anywhere with an internet connection. On-premises systems are often tied to internal company networks unless complicated remote access tools are set up. Security. Cloud vendors typically employ enterprise-grade protection, data encryption, intrusion detection systems, frequent backups, and dedicated cybersecurity staff. For small and medium-sized businesses, these defenses are usually far stronger than what could be built internally. On-premises security, in contrast, depends entirely on your team's resources and expertise. Why cloud-based can be safer for small manufacturers. Cloud-based systems reduce many of the biggest risks. Here's how. Centralize, secure storage. Your data is stored in professional data centers with strict physical and digital safeguards. This avoids the risk of theft, fire, or hardware failure destroying your in-house servers. Automatic updates. Cloud systems are always patched and up to date, reducing the chance of attackers exploiting old software. Access control. You can limit user permissions so employees only see the data they need. Regular backups and recovery. Cloud platforms automatically back up data and make recovery easier after an attack or disaster. Encryption. All communication between you and the server is encrypted. Often, sensitive data is encrypted at rest as well, making it much harder to misuse even if stolen. What software as a service vendors do to keep data safe. Responsible vendors of cloud-based enterprise resource planning software typically store customer data on secure, access-controlled servers, perform encrypted backups in separate locations, use encrypted communication for all data transfers, enforce confidentiality and access policies for staff, offer safeguards like session timeouts, strong passwords, two-factor authentication, and IP restrictions. Monitor servers around the clock and maintain backup hardware for seamless failover. Pass regular independent cybersecurity audits. Defend against distributed denial of service attacks with advanced filtering systems. Follow strict ISO and IEC information security standards. What you can do to strengthen your own protection. Even with cloud safeguards, your practices matter. To maximize security, keep passwords private and strong. Limit user permissions to only what is necessary. Restrict access to known IP addresses. Enable two-factor authentication if available. Always log out when finished. Create regular backups through the system. Communicate with support only through the secure ticketing system. Key takeaways. Cyber attacks are on the rise and manufacturers are prime targets. Cloud-based systems deliver enterprise-level security, automatic updates, and disaster recovery, protection that small businesses cannot easily build in-house. On-premises systems leave businesses vulnerable to outdated software, poor backup practices, and even physical threats like fire or theft. Cloud providers reduce costs, simplify access, and scale with your business. Ultimately, security is shared. Vendors provide strong defenses, and you must enforce good practices within your team. That wraps up this episode of the MRP Easy Manufacturing Podcast. Thanks for tuning in. For more information about us, visit mrpeasy.com. See you next time.